modern warfare, some of the most decisive battles are never seen, only felt. This is the story of Operation Silence, a mission defined not by explosions, but by precision, discipline, and absolute stealth. At the height of the crisis in the Strait of Hormuz, global shipping was paralyzed. Oil tankers were immobilized, trade routes disrupted, and tensions rising rapidly. Behind it all was a single figure, an IRGC commander orchestrating strategic mine attacks that threatened one of the most vital waterways on Earth. The mission was clear: remove the architect without triggering a wider conflict. At a forward operating base, under bright lights and heavy silence, Colonel Marcus Reynolds stood before his Marines. A massive digital map displayed every detail of the Iranian highlands: ridges, valleys, patrol routes, and the fortified compound that housed their target. This would not be a large-scale assault. This would be surgical. The plan relied on speed, surprise, and silence. Marines would insert deep into hostile territory using MV-22B Osprey tilt-rotor aircraft. They would land miles away from the target, approach on foot under the cover of darkness, eliminate resistance quietly, and extract the commander before enemy forces could respond. No margin for error, no second chances. As night fell, the Ospreys lifted into the sky, their rotors slicing through the darkness. Flying low to avoid detection, they crossed into hostile airspace with a single objective. Inside, the Marines sat in silence, each one focused, prepared, and aware of the stakes. Moments later, the aircraft descended into a remote clearing deep within the mountains. The ramp dropped, and the operation began. Moving like shadows, the Marines advanced through rugged terrain, every step calculated, every movement controlled. Guards were neutralized swiftly and silently, never raising alarm. The compound perimeter was breached with precision. Inside, the team moved room by room, clearing, securing, advancing, until they found him, the commander. There was no firefight, no chaos, only control. Within seconds, the target was restrained, secured, and prepared for extraction. But the mission wasn't over. Getting in was only half the battle. Getting out was everything. As the team moved back toward the extraction zone, tension peaked. Any delay could mean detection. Any mistake could mean escalation. Then, in the darkness above, the Ospreys returned. Infrared signals marked the landing point. The aircraft descended. The Marines boarded. And within moments, they were gone. The entire operation had lasted only minutes, but its impact would be global. Back at base, confirmation came through. The target was in custody. The mastermind behind the attacks had been removed. Operation Silence was complete, but its consequences were only beginning. With the tactical leadership dismantled, the Strait of Hormuz began to reopen. Global shipping slowly resumed. Stability, though fragile, was returning. And once again, the world was reminded of a simple truth. Some missions don't make noise. They make history. Operation Silence, a silent strike that echoed across the world.